For the last 2 years, checking the status of Dr. Foster Series 2 had become a personal obsession. No one knew if it was coming back. First broadcast on BBC One in 2015, Dr. Foster was one of the most addictive shows I've ever watched. The premise was simple: a 40-something Dr. Gemma Foster, played by Suranne Jones, who won a BAFTA for the part, is wronged by her cheating, conniving husband Simon with a beautiful 23-year-old. Dr. Foster does not react well to this. It is not overstating things to say that Dr. Foster goes completely stark raving mental. Dr. Foster was a case study in madness and revenge. And it was magnificent. Drama Republic Nick Briggs, because it wasn't insanity as you might think. It wasn't disturbing. It wasn't weird. It wasn't pitiful and cringe and teary. It was badass. Dr. Foster wrecked lives. She wrecked her own life. But she made life wrecking cool. She even made me want to wreck my own life. I didn't. She did it with such gravitas, such poise, such brainpower, that it was admirable. Successful, rich, frighteningly cunning and intelligent, Dr. Foster was every woman's girl crush. She was every CEO's icon. Okay, she was also completely psychotic, but Moriarty style. Ergo cool. As fuck. In Series 1, for example, she coldly sent her 11-year-old son, Tom, to catch his father getting to it with Kate, his new 23-year-old squeeze, while she waited downstairs to hear her son scream. Then she stuck 2 fingers up at patient confidentiality and summoned Kate's conservative parents to the surgery to tell them their daughter was pregnant. She talked fellatio over crudites. The finale's dinner party scene was watched by 10 million people, and it was the most cathartic moment of my whole year. Which brings me to Series 2, which hallelujah returned to BBC One 2 weeks ago and charts Gemma's life post-divorce. She's still angry, still insane, and still wants to ruin Simon's life. Which is all well and good, except Dr. Foster has changed. Halfway through episode 2, for example, Gemma goes clubbing. She's middle-aged, alone and drunk, but she hears Fool's My Number pumping out of a local student nightclub and feels compelled to go inside. There's just something about that song, isn't there? Emmys 2017 The Winners List. Drama Republic Nick Briggs. Cue cliché shots of Gemma making serendipitous friendships, necking shots and dancing blithely with her arms in the air. Then, she booty calls her son's teacher to the dance floor before trying to have sex with him in the upstairs cloakroom. He doesn't want to though, his students could be there. Fair enough. So Gemma leaves, crosses the town square, still lit up and bustling, because it's only about 10 p.m. The BBC has never been clubbing, obviously, and sees Simon across the cobbles. Simon, she yells. He looks up and gets out his phone. Gemma lifts a hand to wave, her mouth slightly ajar as she repeats Sim flash. Simon has taken a photo of Gemma. His face creases into a smug, sinister grin. Then he turns and disappears into the dusk. Cue tense music and close-ups of Gemma's horrified expression. Good God, Simon is going to use this horribly damning photo as leverage to blackmail Gemma. He's going to show it to her son Tom, and her son will think her a fiend and a whore. Simon sends the photo to Gemma with the threatening text, "Shall I show Tom?" The viewer observes there Gemma stands on those charming, low-lit cobbles, the dressed in demure black suit trousers, black heels and a discreet black blouse, her hair and makeup intact, her mouth a little agape, her hand held up in front of her. She looks a little like a badass lollipop lady. Or a stern school teacher ferrying kids across the road. She looks great, actually. So then, what's the big deal? That is the question. In Series 1, everything Dr. Foster did was a huge deal. This season, however, she's completely lost her mojo. Last episode's final scene, in which Gemma lets her hair down in slow-mo, yes, really, and makes a whole song and dance of tearing open a pack of cigarettes, was insulting. Dissolving her wedding ring in acid was a waste of acid. Watching her flirt with her son's school friend, after accosting him in his home and demanding he serve her wine, was just pathetic. Drama Republic Sam Barker. And finally, watching her raving in a student nightclub, which you could tell the directors thought was so wild, so naughty, made me wince. To think that episode 3 will now hinge on this ridiculous notion of blackmail, using a photo of Gemma that Suranne Jones herself could quite feasibly use as her Facebook profile picture, is just disheartening. It's as if Dr. Foster had been hijacked and impersonated by Theresa May. Maybe in tonight's episode, we'll see Dr. Foster bunch up her skirts and race wildly through fields of wheat. Dr. Foster is on BBC One Tuesdays at 9 p.m.